Hello, and welcome to MIF Live, the lockdown edition. My name's John McGrath. I'm Artistic Director of Manchester International Festival, and I am here with artist Chanje Kunda. Hello, Chanje.
Hi. Hello.
Great to see you. Well, tonight's all about you. You've been locked up in your house like a lot of us over the last few weeks, but you've been taking part in something we call Festival in My House, where you create your own festival in your own house. In normal circumstances, you might invite your neighbors round, but you can't do that this time. So we've invited everyone to come to MIF Live to see what you're up to and also to have a chat with you about it. So we're going to be talking to Chanje about her work in a moment, but just to introduce the idea of MIF Live to everyone. MIF Live is the channel that's usually on during Manchester International Festival, but we revived it during this lockdown period to provide a bit of international festival joy, entertainment and provocation in your own home. Each evening we will be meeting artists, watching some extraordinary footage from the MIF archive, engaging in debates and questions and answers, and basically hopefully having our own online festival of creativity. So Chanje is our first artist to be part of MIF Live with us. And as I say, she's been creating her own festival in her house. And that festival is focused on something really rather unusual. Chanje, do you want to tell us what you've been festivaling with?
Well, I have been festivaling with Toilet Roll. Basically, I was supposed to be on tour with my show, Plant Fetish. And then all my tour got cancelled. And all everyone seemed to be bothered about was toilet roll. There was this frenzy going on about toilet roll. But the reason why I thought it was interesting was before the lockdown even started or happened, for years, I've always had existential angst about if I run out of toilet roll and I have to go to the shop to get toilet roll because I haven't got any. I was just thinking, this is like a cycle that repeats in life, and there must be more to life than going to the shops for toilet roll. And then I was in the pound shop and I saw some luxury 3-ply toilet roll, and there was a 24-pack for £5. So I bought 2, and I happened to have 50 toilet rolls in my house randomly when everyone was complaining that they didn't have any toilet roll. So I thought, well, I'm going to show off with all the toilet rolls that I've got.
So you were way ahead of the curve in terms of toilet roll hoarding. You were doing it before the crisis ever occurred. That's how on trend you are.
Yeah, but actually it was something of a distraction to distract me from the fact that my tour got cancelled, and I thought, right, well, I've got all these resources that are in such demand, what can I do with them? And so that's when I thought, actually, I'm going to try to make something with them, and that's where the seed of the idea came from.
And you've got a bit of a history of working with unusual materials in your shows, haven't you? Could you tell us for a moment what with that show that got cancelled, what that was all about?
Well, the show was called Plant Fetish, and it was a show featuring a harem of stunning tropical plants. And basically, I was suffering with stress and anxiety, and then I discovered that plants reduce stress. So I just went nuts and started buying loads of plants. And then I discovered that some women in Mexico who were fed up with men were getting married to trees. Now, the trees are not very talkative, but they are tall, they do great things for the planet, and they're renowned for their wood. So I kind of sort of fell in love with the whole notion of it, and I made a whole show around it that I was touring. And when I got the land designer Nigel Edwards, I was like, I want you to, put my plants in the spotlight and make them look beautiful. And he said that was one of the most unusual lighting requests he'd ever had in his 20-year career working in theatre. So
I think, Chanje, you're already probably making a few of us wish that we were stuck indoors with a few more plants. I'm
yeah.
wondering whether you'd be able to make us fall quite as much in love with toilet rolls as you have done with plants.
I think I will.
You think you will? Great. Well, I've seen the footage, and I know that you do. Actually, I've already been deeply influenced by it in terms of my own relationship to toilet paper. But tell us, what was it like for you trying to make a piece of work in lockdown? Because you're used to being a theatre and performance and spoken word artist, and you're really used to that live audience. So what was it like to try and make this shift and work in these really unusual circumstances?
Well, because I'm a solo artist, that part wasn't hard. But what was hard was that I'm used to working with a creative team. So I'll have a director, a lighting designer, costume designer, a set designer, a choreographer. I can have like a makeup artist or stylist. And obviously I didn't have all those things around. And so that was quite challenging. And so I had to just do like a recce in my own home where I was thinking about different locations in and around my house to try to create something. But I really just wanted to have some fun and to play and to experiment. So that was okay. I had to order like a tripod, and luckily I've worked with Jamie Starboyski, who is an expert in mobile filmmaking. And so I'd produced a lot of content for social media anyway. So I shot the whole thing using like the mobile filmmaking technologies.
And what would your advice be to any other artists who are trying to make work at home in lockdown and maybe not used to working by themselves or working under these sorts of circumstances?
I would say, talk to people, phone people, get people's advice. You can send them things. And when I was first starting to make or play with the idea of working with Toilet Roll, Nwando Ibizi, who's an artist that I've collaborated with before, who I respect a lot, I sent her one of my toilet roll videos, and having a laugh and stuff like that. So if you are making stuff at home in lockdown by yourself, I would say other artists who you work with, you can, WhatsApp them your footage and see what they think, and you can have a kind of response and with each other. So I would just say that, and I would also say that if you're used to working in theatre, if you're making a film, you have to think about the different shots that you want and try filming from different angles and just to make sure that things work on the screen.
Brilliant. Well, as you say, it's great to share your work with other people. And so I think probably in a moment we should move on to sharing your work with the audience online. But just to say to everyone, we're going to be chatting to Chanje again after we've looked at the film that she's made showing highlights of her Toilet Roll Festival in her house, otherwise known as Toilet Roll Gate. If you've got questions for Chanje, you'll be able to drop them into the chat stream on YouTube, and we'll be able to pick up some of those questions as well as mine. So if you've got thoughts as you see the film and you'd like to talk to Chanje more, there'll definitely be an opportunity. But for now, Chanje, if it's okay with you, I think we will watch Toilet Roll Gate. Here we come.
Yeah. Hello, and welcome to this special broadcast where we'll be reviewing the world's most precious commodity, toilet roll. It has overtaken both oil and petroleum as the world's most valuable commodity. In this new special, we'll take a look at global trends in the trade of toilet roll. Haute couture embraces toilet roll. The fashion industry responds to the latest trends following the COVID pandemic. They are launching a new fashion collection. To mark the centenary of Josephine Baker's iconic banana skirt dance, one performance artist does a contemporary remake using toilet roll. Lap dancers are also capitalising on the public desire for toilet roll. Spoken word artists and rappers are rolling with the times, making confrontational lyrics about so-called toilet roll beef. One woman uses her lack of toilet roll to get closer to God. First up, we look into the world of fashion. Designer Luam Sahey, that specialises in ethical fashion, has created a collection using this season's most luxurious item, toilet roll. My heart and soul is igniting in my writing. I was very inspired by the curves in the toilet roll, and I used this to influence my print design. I also like the 3D elements of these luxury rolls. I'm interested in creating shapes with my designs to create volume. Yeah, I guess I also took inspiration from 19th century bustle designs that used padding to add fullness to dresses. And variations in colour also add contrast to this tropical look. The way unravelled toilet roll drapes creates this free-flowing feminine look. In other news, renowned performance artist Banji, who has performed all over the world, including features at the Royal Albert Hall London and the National Arts Festival of South Africa, has decided to make a new creation whilst in lockdown. I've got one voice, one speak for many, one heart, but the beat is heavy, one branch, To me, Josephine Baker was like the ultimate symbol of freedom, and her dances like captured the imagination of countless people. And now we're in lockdown. I just wanted to channel her energy and bring a sense of freedom to those in confinement. And in order to bring it up to date, I decided to give it a contemporary feel by replacing the banana skirt with the similarly cylindrical object, toilet roll. The way it moves and bounces is really in keeping with the joyful spirit I'm trying to portray. It's my form of activism. Because Black history is not celebrated enough, and this 1920s dancer deserves to be remembered in reverence to her brilliance. It is the ultimate homage to her legacy. Online adult entertainment is the most popular activity in lockdown. Popular fetishes have been usurped by toilet roll. In this next clip, we feature one adult entertainer who has seen her revenue increase by 70% since the introduction of toilet roll to her online content. I was looking to increase my revenue, so I changed my performance name to Queen Latifah. And within minutes, I had hundreds of new subscribers. I always liked being adventurous and giving my viewers the ultimate online experience. Well, I know what people want, and I give it to them. Toilet roll has really enhanced my appeal and desirability. It's very rewarding. And for those in lockdown, I'm doing my bit to keep up morale. This next feature is about popular spoken word artist Indigo, whose lyrics centre around life on tough streets and clubbing culture. However, as these topics no longer seem relevant under lockdown, she turned her attention to Toilet Roll, the hottest new product in distribution.
Not allowed out on the streets, looking for some toilet roll. I got a couple sheets. If I see some in your trolley, then boy, you're getting teeth. It's getting real deep with this toilet roll beef. Your bowel movements can't get no relief. You'll be in disbelief, feeling the grief. When you use your last piece, you'll wish you were deceased. You say you got stacks for your ass crack, but boy, you better watch your back, 'cause I'm coming for your stash. Soon you'll have to wash your ass. You'll have to find some solutions for all your ablutions, learning, but not from institutions. Body functions a nuisance. Everybody's chasing the paper, stacking them higher than skyscrapers. Boy, I don't rate you, it's human nature, let the saviour bathe you. Am I iconoclastic money maker, toilet paper taker, 3-ply never looked so fly. Least I got mine, the end is nigh.
Lastly, to end on an inspirational note, a message of hope. We'll see how one woman found salvation in a time when she was unable to obtain toilet roll. When I saw the supermarket shelves empty of toilet roll, I knew this day would come. It got to the point where I was down to my last square of toilet paper. I was in absolute despair and did not know what to do. But then I thought about using my faith to get me through this troubling time. And I happened upon this passage in the Bible. It's Isaiah 7, verse 5. It says, "Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a woman of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of people with unclean lips." When I read this passage, it was such a comfort to me to know that I'm not the only person who may have to drip dry. And I prayed to God, and then He showed me new ways to clean my lips. I have a shower, I have a watering can, and I have flannels. There are so many ways that God can help me, and He will never ever forsake me. And because of His divine intervention, our relationship grew deeper. And I would say to you, members of the public, do not worship toilet paper, but worship the Lord. Great.
You are so wicked, Chanje. I've seen that film a few times now, and each time I've got a different favourite character. But I think this time it was probably the rapper 3-ply never looked so fly. That and the watering can. But, thank you, and well done on a great work.
I had a lot of fun making it, actually.
So we've got an extra guest for our post-show conversation, Chanje Kunda, who's sharing lockdown with Chanje and is the filmmaker and editor behind that that wonderful piece of work. Hello, Lwimbo.
Hi, how are you?
So we've already had some comments and questions coming in, Chanje. A couple of people who had actually seen your previous work, so who were saying how much they'd enjoyed Plant Fetish at home. Chanje Kunda was talking about how much they'd enjoyed that, and also Sean Wilson, who seems to be a big fan of toilet paper in general. So you've made a strong convert to the toilet paper cause, or shall we call it a religion at this point? So I have questions as well to get us going. First of all, did we see every room in your house there? Did we go everywhere? Well, I guess we didn't go to the bathroom, ironically, did we?
No, we didn't. No, you didn't see all of it because, yeah, I've got all the rooms in the house, so I just used the outside location and then my living room, my bedroom.
And how long did it take you to come up with all of those characters, and where did they come from?
Before I even started making it, I just had these various different ideas. I wanted to make it in a format of like the news, because everybody's been watching the news, and I'd already been seeing things online about somebody who'd been arrested for burglary, stealing toilet roll. And so I just thought that was funny. And then I was trying to just find different ways. So first of all, I'd been making outfits made out of toilet roll myself. And I was posting these on my social media. And somebody said that one of my toilet roll outfits made me look like the bog roll version of Josephine Baker. And so that kind of gave me the idea for that. And then with because I do spoken word and rap as well, they're always talking about stacking the paper and getting there, so that's just where this came from. And then luckily for me, one of my neighbours, Luam Sahey, she's actually a fashion designer in ethical fashion, and she also does upcycling. And so I requested for her to work with me on making some more elaborate toilet roll outfits. And so I dropped like a huge bag of toilet roll at her front door, and then went and stood behind the gate and asked her to make something. And then she dropped them on my doorstep afterwards. So that was where the fashion part came in. And then the religious element actually at the end, that was my favorite, because I know people always talk about how God gets them through troubling times, and I just thought that would be a nice way to end some inspirational speech. Really.
Well, I'm sure you provided inspiration to many there. Lumimbo, well, welcome, and thank you for all of your work on the project. You're a filmmaker, so some of that stuff that was new to Chanje about finding out how to put the shots together is in a way your day-to-day work, isn't it? Can you say a little bit about what this project was like for you, and whether it was different to your usual work, or whether it was business as usual?
Well, I think working with a performance artist on film is difficult, because when I saw the script, I thought, oh my God, this is like a lot of work. And Chandra's like, oh no, just come round, we'll do it like really quickly. But it is a lot of work, and obviously there's a lot of editing going into it and that type of thing. Like Chandra was saying before as well, I usually work with a team, so I have to try and be like the artistic director and the sound person and all these types of things. So I'm just used to working with like a bigger team basically, and also having a lot of help from people and being able to ring people and find things out. It's a bit slower in the lockdown as well, so some things take a little bit longer, but it was really fun, and it was like really fun trying to direct comedy, because that's something that I've not really done before. So that was a lot of fun. So we probably got loads of outtakes of me and Chandra like laughing our heads off when she's bouncing toilet roll off her bum. But yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
And Chanje, I think that bouncing toilet roll off your bum moment is a real classic, and I think it's the fact that you're not afraid to, in a way, make a fool of yourself on stage or on camera, are you? And you're really interested in clowning, I guess, and that's something that you've really been exploring recently.
Yeah, definitely. Because there was a woman called Angela De Castro who runs this course called How to Be Stupid in London. And so it's a 2-week course. So I went on a 2-week course to learn like how to be stupid, because we take life so seriously. And I think I've been inspired by clowning with the black and white films. You know, when they're pushing a piano all the way up to 100 stairs, and at the 99th step, it falls back down, and that's just like seems to be like a metaphor for life. And so I really like physical humor, and so I wanted to I've been exploring a lot of humor within my work, and I'm really pleased with how the humor in this came out as well.
It seems to be registering people, because we've got Sean online who's saying what a joy it is to see something funny about Lou Roll rather than all the negative stories of people facing. So I think you've touched the right nerve there. And then also a note from Nasima, who is a spoken word artist herself, but like me, her favourite line is 3-ply never looked so fly. So if the spoken word artists don't mind you making fun of them, then you've done it. You don't want any beef with them, though, do you? You don't want revenge videos coming up on social media by angry spoken word artists. And Jamie is saying, and maybe this is it's a question for you, Chanje, but maybe also one about collaboration. So Jamie's saying, now that you've discovered these amazing mobile filmmaking skills, do you think that's something that you're going to build on and develop this new digital identity?
Well, if we're, I think theatres and places where it's hard for social distancing is going to be the last places to, come out of lockdown. So we don't know how long this is going to go on for. So I think, I think I've got a tripod now, I've got a microphone, and so I think I'm gonna, carry on exploring it and just carry on being an artist and making content.
So we've got two of you sitting there, Chanje and Luimbo, but I happen to know that you come from this extraordinary family of 3 sisters, each one an artist, and each working in a different art forms. You've also got your sister Micello, who's an extraordinary photographer. What's it like growing up in a family of artists? And did you have a meeting one day as kids when you said, I'm going to be the performance artist, I'll be the filmmaker, and I'll be the photographer? Fight over who got which role. What was that all like for the 3 of you?
Well, being the youngest, I didn't get the first pick, unfortunately. So I thought mine's sort of an amalgamation of their 2 art forms, I guess. But yeah, it was really nice growing up in that family, and we used to perform a lot together as young people. So that was really good. It's really fun, and it's nice to have people to bounce off as well. People that you trust, and people that you can have a laugh with as well. So that's good.
Yeah, and with Micello, our other sister, who's in lockdown with her children, but she's worked with me a lot on doing all the photography for like my shows and things like that. So it's been great to be part of the Kunda sisters. And if you've met the 3 Kunda sisters in person in one place and lived to tell the tale, then you're doing well.
I think I may be one of the people who's survived the encounter and come out the other side. So I'm very proud of that. Brilliant. And as well as your 2 sisters, I know, Chanje, you've been really influenced by the Manchester artistic scene, the spoken word scene, the performance and live art scene. And there are a number of artists that you've worked with over the last few years that I think have really influenced what you do and really helped you to find your artistic voice. I'm thinking of people like Darren Pritchard, wonderful choreographer and performance maker, the poet and spoken word artist Louise Warwin, and also the great Julie Stewart, aka Julia Ellis, director, filmmaker. Can you talk a little bit about those influences and how you've worked with those people, and also other artists who may have influenced you, particularly from Manchester?
Well, yes, I've been working. Well, when I did my show called Amsterdam, that was directed by Julia Ellis, and Darren Pritchard did the choreography for that show, and that kind of introduced me to working with live art and working pictorially and using your body to create shapes and how you interact with the space and with objects. So I think that really influenced me. And Darren Pritchard also did movement direction for my other show, Superposition, and he directed Plant Fetish, and he's been really instrumental in, you know, supporting me as an artist and helping me to evolve and, you know, really move forward with my practice. And also Faye Wern, she's helped me a lot with movement and dance. So, you know, that was great. So Louise Walwain, she worked with me. She's worked with me a lot doing dramaturgy, because she's a brilliant writer. She's a brilliant dramaturg. She's an amazing playwright, and just having her dramaturgical eye on your work is really, you know, it really helps to take your work to the next level. And I think we've also got a lot in common, and she's also really, you know, fun to be around and highly intelligent. So I think that it's really benefits me working with her as well. And Julia Ellis, she's helped me to be more visual, because before I worked with Julia Ellis, I was working more with just spoken word, and I wasn't really using my body, and my body was more of a tool to get my head on stage so I could talk in a mic. So that really had to open up. So there some of my influences. I did mention Nwando Ibizi as well. She had this show called Distorted Constellations that she got me to perform on, and she also gave me some movement and dance training. So my Josephine Baker dance, I think that was heavily influenced by Nwando. So yeah, so those are the few of the people who really I think have influenced my work. And I did mention before Angela De Castro with clowning as well.
Brilliant. And it's an extraordinary scene here in Manchester in terms of live art and performance, and the way that world crosses over into spoken word and dance as well. And I think actually one of the things that I've really appreciated actually about this lockdown so far is having some time to connect with a lot of the artists across Manchester. And we've been doing a call out at Manchester International Festival for Greater Manchester-based artists who want to make work at home, like Chanje has, and we'll be featuring a lot of that work on MIF Live over the coming weeks. And if you're an artist in Manchester who's interested in making work and putting ideas forward to us, all of the information's available on the mif.co.uk website. You can find out about those artist opportunities, and also drop-ins that we're doing for artists twice a week that just help support people and help people to share ideas during these unusual times. We've got a few more questions coming in, Chanje.
Okay.
1.5, who's another big fan of the what he calls the 3-ply character. That could be their rap name, 3-ply. And he's suggesting that you might want to think about developing that character as a theatrical character. And I guess that leads to a question: Are there any of these characters, including 3-ply, that you might think of taking further, or taking onto the stage, or making a fuller film around?
You know what, I've just created this, so I'll probably take some time to have a think about it. But because 3-ply is so popular, I might, you know, give it a go. Maybe do a few more raps in his style in relation to it. So yeah, I'll definitely think about it. I wasn't actually planning on making new work because I was already touring Plant Fetish, but since all this has happened, and you know, if it's well received, then and I'm in lockdown, and there's no reason why I couldn't look at developing some of it further.
I think that spoken word art is one of my favourite moments. Is the moment where there's a couple of moments where they look at their phone to remember what their random button is, and all of those of us who've been on spoken word nights when the artist has had their phone with them and they've just got a little bit lost and needed to look I think we all appreciate that moment. Which reminds me actually to do a shout out for One Mic Stand, which is the fantastic spoken word night that is run by Young Identity, which is one of the great spoken word collectives in Manchester, predominantly young poets, and they have a night called One Mic Stand, which is a poetry slam that's going to be online in a couple of weeks' time, and you can get all the information about that through the Contact Theatre website or also through Young Identity's social media. So I'm sure none of the Young Identity poems would ever look at their phone when they were in the middle. Worth going along to see if you can. I'm going to be one of the judges those nights, so that night I'm looking forward to it. Brilliant. And so Chanje, we've talked a little bit about what next for you, but you are hoping to bring Plant Fetish back on tour when the lockdown finishes. Have you got any other future plans that you'd like us to know about?
I've got, it's hard to know what's happening with this. So I think as well, contractually, my other projects, they've got to launch it on, you know, on their own platforms and do press releases like that. So I have got a couple of things that are in the pipeline, but I've got to wait for marketing people to be able to say when I can release that information. But all the venues that I was touring Plant Fetish to, it's not been permanently cancelled, it's just been postponed. So it's probably looking likely for 2021 as the, you know, theatres, you can't really social distance in theatres, so they're going to be the last places to open. So we'll just have to wait and see.
I love that you've got us all interested, and then you say, I won't be able to let you know what my future plans are until
it's very mysterious. Let's wait for the press release to come out first before you say anything. So yeah, so if you follow me on social media, I'm just at Chanje Kunda. I will be making some announcements soon as well.
Brilliant. And I'd like to add that I saw Plant Fetish both as a work in progress and as the fuller show that you did at Home Arts Centre earlier this year, and it really is a wonderful piece of work. And Chanje does end up getting married to a plant at the end of the show. So that's definitely something worth playing.
Yeah. So
brilliant.
We've got an open marriage though. So.
You've got, well, I know, because you married a different plant each show, so you've got a polyplanterous relationship. Is there anything you're working on that you'd like to let people know about?
No.
She's a freelancer. So if anyone needs some editorial things, she can.
No, similarly, I've got a couple of projects that are in development at the moment with filmmaking, but obviously at this time, everything's like up in the air. But having worked with Chanje, doing like mobile phone and trying to do stuff at home, social distancing, I might rethink and maybe try and do something in solitary or by myself. So we'll see. Watch the space anyway.
And if people would like to get in touch with you as a filmmaker, is there a good way for them to do that if other people would like to collaborate?
My social media, you can I'm on social media, but I'm always on Chanje's as well. So if you need to get in contact with me, you can go through Chanje or look at my social media pages.
Which are?
I know I've got really weird names on it. Box Styles is on my Instagram. ASAP Bucky I have on Twitter, so ASAP_Bucky, but hopefully we'll be able to put links on the stream.
Great. And I'm going to change all my social media handles to 3ply before anybody and steals the name. Chanje and Nwimbo, it has been a total joy to spend time with you on MIF Live, our first edition of MIF Live during lockdown. And congratulations on your fantastic work. So for other artists out there, we're going to be continuing showing work that's been made by artists in their houses during lockdown as part of the Festival in My House strand, reimagined for this unusual period of time. And we're also offering opportunities for people to suggest residencies or workshops that they could be running. So do head to the MIF site for news of those opportunities. And also do please just connect with other artists that you find either through our drop-ins or through other initiatives that are happening, because we can still collaborate and we can still support each other and we can still make work during these difficult times. MIF Live will be back with us. We're going to be here tomorrow evening. No, we're going to be here tomorrow midday at 12:30 for a very special moment. It's the first time that we will ever have shown online an interview done some years ago with Nina Cherry, the legendary Nina Cherry, and the thanks again to Chanje and Nwimbo Kunda for being our first ever MIF Live lockdown edition, artists and guests. It's been a total joy talking to you. Thanks to all of you for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. So bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.